State of the Union, and the Fed is still clueless. What's up, everybody? Welcome aboard to Bubba's Daily Update. And of course, we had the State of the Union last night. And of course, depending on what news channel you listen to, it was a great speech. It was a lousy speech. I don't know. I thought it was pretty good myself. I think that those on the left showed a lot of no class by not standing up when they were chanting USA. And of course, Gutierrez leaving during the chant. I don't know. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but that just proves the ignorance of some people out there. In the meantime, the Fed is still clueless. We had the FOMC today, and of course, nothing was done, and not a surprise. But do they think these rates are magically going to start coming back down again? They cannot continue to pressure the dollar, which is what's happening right here, and try to keep it lower and expect rates to stay low. Rates are going up. That's it. All right, the fixed income market's too big to control right now, and the bonds are getting hammered, which means that rates are going to go higher. No matter what the Fed does, they aren't going to be able to stay on the way, and of course, they will make that ridiculous mistake once again at the end of it, and it will create a much bigger problem. But you know, that's the story. That's the history of the Fed. You can check it. You can go to a fact checker and check it out. In the meantime, the markets were wild all over the place. Up huge this morning, got all the way to down negative on the day, and then rallied back late. You know, again, it's a wild market, which is great because volatility is back and we're seeing some action here. But when you look at what's going on, you can start with the oil. Oil rallied back after being lower, still didn't push past that 65. But again, oil to me is a sale. This is a ridiculous fear trade. That's the way that I look there. Gold was all over the map today. Up and down with a late rally late in the day. The VIX was sold off, which makes sense. It's not going to go straight up, and I really don't want it to go straight up because that will keep the volatility in the market. You've got the grains were a little bit lower, which makes a lot of sense, and they probably have a little bit more room to go on the downside. Cattle, much lower, looking for the 121 in the fat cattle, looking for 144 in feeders, so not unhappy about that. And hogs finally rotated over. You know, amazing. It was a $7 spread, April over Feb. Now Feb's over April. So again, we're looking for April hogs to come down to that 70 mark to step in and be buyers. Bitcoin continues to struggle in here. And of course, when you look at the bigger picture, you're going to see a lot of issues. In the meantime, with all the big movement, you had the euro currency up huge, down, and closed somewhere near around the flat line, which is, again, keeping pressure on the dollar. You don't have a lot going on here. You've got big earnings coming out tonight. You've got Facebook. You've got BUBBA tomorrow morning. You've got Amazon, Google, and Apple tomorrow. You've got the jobs on Friday. Volatility should remain. There should be a lot of action here. And of course, we're going to see that the failure of our leaders in the Federal Reserve to actually figure out and do the right thing. They need to let the markets trade. They need to let interest rates go up because that's what they want to do, instead of trying to manipulate and hold it down just so we can feed the equity market. The equity markets are where a lot of people don't want to be, and what you're seeing now is that greed factor chasing in, people buying stock with money they don't have, in stocks they can't afford. And this is going to be a real big buster when it does come down to it. Now again, I will say this clearly. The markets do go up 8% year over year, but when you get too much leverage drawn into a market, that's usually when the bubble is going to pop. And I think that the reason the bubble will pop this time is going to be because of the Fed, because they don't understand how the markets actually work. They only understand how to print more money and try to borrow their way out of debt. It's a joke. It's ridiculous. In the meantime, let's see what the Facebook earnings look like. Let's see what BUBBA looks like, and we'll see what's going on tomorrow. But expect this volatility to remain. Expect wild action and big swings, which is great for traders. We'll see you back here tomorrow. In the meantime, don't forget highschoolinvesting.com. Check it out. Help a brother out here. We're trying to continue to educate our high school kids. We've got 300 high schools going. 7 years I've supported it myself. If you'd like to help, go to patreon.com/Bubba Trading, and you can help me out and help me help them. And of course, if you do, I'll give you a 1-week free advisory trading service. You can get that done easily. I'll just put you on the list automatically. And I want to thank Melanie and Rhonda and John and Jack and Wisconsin John and Bernie and Dorothy. And thank you so much for all your help and your support. We appreciate you, and we're glad you're helping out. That'll do it for today's Bubba Show. Don't forget, get the Bubba Show at LibertyTalk.fm every day from 4 to 5 Eastern. Bubba's Daily Update. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Hopefully the action will remain. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks so much.